Yo, hey, we back after what 4 days, bro? I apologize. I've been a little busy. You know, I can't just be streaming all day, right? Cause hey, I need something, to keep me up, right? While I'm doing this. But we back with some Doctor Insanity. Let's go, bro. It's been 4 days since this dropped, so I've been saving it. Was mother shocked after learning her kids' terrifying news? Oh, oh, oh. Okay, bro. Not even a minute in, bro. This is 10 seconds in, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel bad, bro. I feel bad for her already. They moved my mic though up here.
That her daughter, Tiara Harris, was shot in a gang-related incident and is in critical
Wow, bro. Wow.
condition.
They just were shooting, and the blood just started dripping from her head. Like, she was on the ambulance. Like, I can't even talk right now, bro.
Her boyfriend rushed her to the hospital, but sadly, it was already too late. And the worst part, Tiara had nothing to do with the shootout.
Wow,
she was
bro.
an innocent bystander. A simple mix-up left an innocent, pregnant mother of two dead. Her children.
Wait, this is the default now? That's the default.
Damn, bro. She had 2 kids in, bro. So she was pregnant with one. Am I getting this right? Hold on. Let's go back.
A simple mix-up left an innocent, pregnant mother of two dead. Her children now motherless, and her
Oh, she was about to have a third. Oh my god,
family
bro.
absolutely heartbroken. The police now face a grueling investigation. However, with everyone involved supposedly being gang members.
Bro, the thing with this though, bro, it's hard to find the people like that are shooting, bro, because they're usually wearing masks and shit, bro. Like all covered up, like, motherfucker, you are not catching them just by their eyes, bro. But
Catching the killers would prove to be much harder than anything they've done before.
like almost impossible, right? Like, and if knowing these videos, bro, they caught the person, bro. That is insane, bro. That is insane work. That is insane work, bro.
We've been in touch with Yolanda, the mother featured in this video, and are proud to share that half of the video's profits will be donated to the Akron-based charity First Glance Student Center.
That's
At
fire.
7:29 p.m. on April 14th, Akron Police Department would receive multiple calls reporting dozens of gunshots being fired out of 1492 Rockaway Street. Witnesses would describe what seemed like a gang-related shooting with multiple cars speeding away from the scene, one being a silver four-door Chevy. Police managed to
That too with the cars. Yeah, you're right.
quickly track down the Chevy, following it as the driver sped across back roads in Akron. However, the Chevy wasn't actually running from the cops. It instead would pull over somewhere that concerned the cops even more. The hospital.
Go ahead and shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off here. Go ahead and put your hands on top of your head, all right? Hands, nope. Hands on top of your head. Step out. All right, here, step back here to the back of the car. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
With the incident being reported as a gang-related shootout, police would assume the man driving the Chevy to be a gang member, meaning he would be very unlikely to talk to them.
I guess they have to stereotype in this situation, right? Hey, bro, whatever helps, right? Damn.
So instead, they decide to stop him in the back of a patrol car for later interrogation. As this was going on, dozens of additional 911 calls would ring in, witnesses would arrive at the Akron Police Department to give their testimonies, and more cars would arrive at the hospital. Most importantly, though, 4 miles away, a young woman would be placed in an ambulance under critical condition
Oh
with
shit.
a bullet wound to her head. Turns out all of this would be connected to a large group of reckless shooters. It's at this point that we need to step in. This is one of the most complex and mysterious cases we've ever covered. So we
Damn.
need to break down some details first in order for you to fully understand the case itself and how well the police handled every single step of solving it. At 7:22 p.m.
That's the same person, right? The ones over here and then the third one?
A car arrived at 1492 Rockaway Street carrying a number of people who started hanging out with some friends on the side of the road. This group included Javier Small, Lanier Worthy, and Jonte Smith. Everything seemed fine until 7:29 p.m. A black vehicle reversed into the street carrying Tiara Harris and her boyfriend George. Her boyfriend recognized some of the people on the sidewalk and wanted to back up and say hi to them. At that very moment, on the other end of the street, 3 men emerged from an unrelated vehicle.
What? Motherfucker just stalking them, bro. They just waiting. Is that the same car?
And started firing bullets.
Bro, what kind of bullshit is this though, bro? Like dead ass just shooting like a dumbass, bro.
These men were Zaire Saunders, 17-year-old Antonio Whitaker, and Darion Rapp.
Man, 17, bro, doing this shit, bro. Damn. I think they start young as hell, bro.
All affiliated with the gang BBM, a notoriously violent gang active in Akron at the time. There was also the driver of the car, Jeremiah Williams. Their shots scattered the group on the sidewalk, with everyone running for cover. In the panic, Jonte and Javier drew their guns and began to shoot back. Bullets went back and forth, and
Wait. I don't understand, right? You're telling me the girl that died was in the black car, right? And all of a sudden she appears in this one? Am I tripping?
everyone went into a panic as they realized their lives were at risk and a bullet could strike them at any moment. Seconds later, the dust settled, and the BBM members Zaire, Antonil, and Darion fled the scene. However, a grueling silence would ring throughout the street as Tiara's boyfriend, George, realized Tiara was the sole victim of the shooting.
Damn,
With BBM splitting up
fucked,
and
bro.
running in different directions, George flooring into the hospital, and everyone on the sidewalk either heading inside or preparing to head to the hospital too, cops would begin the grueling task of figuring out what just happened, and who, ultimately, was the one that fired the killing shot. Now that you understand exactly what happened,
That's low-key kind of hard to tell, though, bro. You got all these motherfuckers just, like, shooting the gun like this, bro, like... So, hey, it's gonna be crazy, bro, because I don't even think the person that shot knows that he, killed someone, bro, because of how the bullet just went out like that, bro.
we can join the police as they try to figure out what just went down and how to solve the developing mystery. Remember that all the cops have received at this point is a phone call alerting them to the shooting and a description of the silver Chevy they've just pulled a gang member from.
There's another victim that's we don't know where that victim's gonna go. There's a possibility that victim may be deceased.
Yeah, they got shot. Okay. Someone's got to go check.
Two of the officers ran over to the front of the hospital and discovered Javier Small and his girlfriend in complete distress.
Oh, they shot him in the leg.
As it turns out, another girl was also hit in the shooting. that being this man's girlfriend. Luckily, she was only shot in the leg, but he was still extremely distraught and horrified about the whole incident. Despite how distraught this guy is, he was a passenger in the Chevy, which they just found multiple firearms inside of. So police promptly arrested him.
We'll take him over here.
Across town, however, there's someone in a much worse position. Tiara Harris, the passenger in the black car.
Why the hell they take it to a goddamn baseball field? What the hell?
She's pregnant too.
That's probably the worst part, bro. This shit.
2 weeks. Okay. 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's not bad, bro. I'm sorry about the little giggle, but bro, you motherfuckers said 2 weeks. It don't matter. Like, bro, that's crazy.
Not right now. Sorry, man.
Bro, Yana just got shot. I mean, Jesus got shot. Bro, just in the car, just driving down the street. And Kenmore driving from over there, and they just were shooting. None of the glass broke, but she wasn't like moving her.
Bro, that's so. Bro, that's so unlucky, bro. Like, this part is looking kind of like thick in the car, bro, but that bullet just went straight through, bro.
So I just running, and the blood just started dripping from her head. Like, bro, we was in the hospital. She seen it. She in the ambulance. Like, I can't even talk right now, bro.
Tiara was immediately rushed to the local hospital, and her boyfriend George was brought in for questioning. He wasn't a lead suspect, but police did find it odd that he just happened to arrive at the site of a violent shooting right as it all went down. He would claim to be innocent and actually provide a detailed description of everything that went down that night.
You turn off here. So no, boom, no, I didn't. I came this way. Then I said, what y'all got going on over here? Like, I'm like basically saying y'all good. Right. As soon as I said that, somebody from down here got to just shooting a gun that just kept shooting. That's all I know. But I didn't hear nobody.
So you're right there, and then you heard that. How many shots did you hear?
And I can't even recall. It was a lot. And then as soon as I
So you're facing this way?
No.
You literally back all the way up.
Say I'm coming down here. This right way. Like, this would be right away.
Okay.
Down, I backed up.
Oh, so you back, so the back of your car was facing that way.
Yeah, and I'm like, what y'all got going on? Like, I look out just like that.
Like out the window?
Like, as soon as I even, like, and it should have been me, like, you feel me? Because I'm the one that looked straight out the window, like, y'all all right? Y'all good type stuff?
The cops asked him why he was even there in the first place, to which he just said he knew a couple of people on the street and that he had absolutely no involvement in the shooting. He's claiming that when he peeked out the window, his friends...
Friend, so what? I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Cause like, bro, asking someone what y'all got going on, bro. When motherfuckers just barely got out their car, bro. But well, I mean, let's just keep watching the video, bro. We are 9 minutes in, bro, and bro, this shit barely started, you know.
Mistook him for the shooter and began to fire bullet after bullet directly at his vehicle. According to him,
Like what? Like exactly, bro. He said, "What y'all got going on?" And out of nowhere, boom or a boom or a boom, bro. Like that's.
it wasn't an accident, but a misunderstanding, making the whole situation even more tragic. With George's statement, they were a little clearer on the whole situation, but they'd made no progress into actually solving the case or tracking down the real perpetrators. That was until they returned to the scene and spoke to a number of witnesses who had watched the entire event take place.
Motherfuckers, bro. They're just nosy as hell, bro. Instead of ducking down, bro, they're just like, oh, shit. Like, bro.
Two African Americans. What were they running They come from back there across his backyard next door and out the driveway. One black, he had a face mask on and had a 9mm, and the other one had some automatic.
God damn.
And they were almost to the corner of the house running this way, and they both jumped the fence. Like when kid jumped Marine Hoodie jumped the fence, he dropped the semi-automatic rifle in the driveway.
I was just out back cutting some stuff, and all I heard was just a barrage of bullets, fully auto. It wasn't 3-round bursts.
Fully auto.
Fully auto. Oh yeah.
Bro, what?
Loud and fast, and then I saw.
I feel like I feel like it was this dude right here, bro.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it was him, bro. Cause like, you know for a fact when you got this shit right here and just, motherfucker, you do not know where you're shooting at, bro. And then this dude, like, you know, kind of had an idea, like, you know, he was like, you know how the cops are behind the wheel, right, or the door, I mean, when they come out, like, boop, boop, boop. And this guy, it might have been this guy as well, bro. But I'm going more to this dude right here, bro.
Loud and fast.
I'm going more to this guy. I feel like this dude's bullet just went up. Motherfuckers up here, bro. Boom, boom, boom. But this dude is like, you know, straight. Like, I feel like it was him for sure, bro. What did I do? Oh, it just messed up the damn vid, dude. Oh my. My bad. My bad.
He dropped the semi-automatic rifle in the driveway.
I was just out back cutting some. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with the blue pants.
Two guys, but I was just out back. I could see in the backyard through the fence. That's all silhouette of two guys running up towards that street, returning single shots as they were running away.
There's casings up here. Yeah. Okay.
How many did you hear? You say it was like 30 where all these cones are at, probably in your mouth?
30 or 40. This happened over there all the time.
Where's over there?
Right there, the house right there.
I heard a lot of gunfire, but when I first heard it, I thought it was a backfire because I saw this car sitting over here where all the cones are. He had his lights on. So I thought he was working on a car and it backfired real bad. Then I saw them loading people into cars to take them to the hospital, and I knew because this has happened so many times before. I don't know what we're supposed to do. We can't go outside. Nothing.
Even with all this new information, though, the cops are only slightly closer to figuring out what happened. They were now at least able to confirm that one group of shooters rolled up and started the exchange before another responded, causing a huge exchange of bullets throughout the neighborhood. But they still had
They're
two
all
major
shooting at the
questions.
black car, bro. It's
Who were the
crazy.
shooters, and how was Tiara involved? Well, the cops had just spotted another witness that might be able to answer their questions. A woman who was actually on the street the moment the bullets started flying.
You don't live here? So who owns the house? She is okay. Everyone's okay though, right? The kids?
The kids, yes.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
okay. I got them in that one.
Okay.
There was
Excuse me.
another girl outside. I think she got shot in the thigh or the leg. They took her right to the hospital.
Okay.
She just got hit.
Okay. So what did you see?
I've been outside. To be honest, we are family. So we're all tight prayer rats and like act like we hit each other.
All right, bro.
I said, I just heard this gunshot. So I'm like, all right, was that a BB gun? I'm shooting.
Yeah.
And it was like, pow, 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 that came through the head. So I ran up trying, I didn't even know where the gunshots came from. I ran up trying to grab the kids. They came through twice.
Okay. Did the house hit it all?
I mean, I don't give a fuck. Is that alcohol right here? I don't know. I was really just trying to grab the kids.
And you said it, so what? They got out of the car?
They didn't get out of the car.
Or they just started, they were hanging out
They were
shooting?
hanging out shooting.
Okay. Did you see how many by chance? Three of them? Okay.
Now it's starting to sound a lot more like a drive-by shooting, notoriously one of the hardest types of crimes to solve, especially if the vehicle was stolen. The cops are starting to lose
Bro, that
confidence
shit got
they'll
stolen,
ever
bro,
find
and
Tiara's killer,
that shit's
but
even
then they
worse,
decide
bro.
to ask one simple question.
Ma'am, do those cameras work?
I believe so.
Okay.
She on her way home.
Oh, she is? Okay, perfect.
There were CCTV
shit.
cameras on the property, and as soon as the homeowner got back, they'd have access to the footage. So in just a few hours, the cops were able to put together just enough footage to understand exactly what happened. Remember, we already know all of this, but for the police, this was huge. Now they had a detailed timeline of the entire incident,
Oh, shit.
including at what time it went down, how many people were involved, and which
Why the hell
vehicles
does he got no
suspects
shirt on,
used.
bruh? They just
This would be very useful in the coming
they just
interrogations
took him
in
in
terms
without
of
a shirt,
verifying
bro.
their suspects' claims and pressuring them to confess. Police finally had a solid piece of evidence, and right as their case had started to build some substance, their biggest lead yet would step out right in front of them.
I had the hearing the girl that got shot.
I can put it on an SD card.
And that's not the same one that was
She'll send her a link and she just upload it from there.
Not only had they seen the entire thing go down, but as soon as they heard
What?
gunshots,
Oh, you wanna go
they
pick 'em up?
started
Oh, shit.
recording. They managed to get this clear footage of a man getting into the same vehicle spotted at the shooting just minutes earlier.
Bro, how the fuck do they get these type of guns, bro? A goddamn bro, that's a fucking AK, bro. It's an assault rifle from Fortnite, bro. With a switch on it is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Now all they needed to do was track down the car using the visible license plate, and they'd have their first lead suspect. But with that said, these kids were no strangers to running from the police, and the officers would begin the hunt
bro.
to find these evil teens. While all of this was going on, police had another, perhaps more nerve-wracking situation to handle. Tiara had passed away, and her family had no idea.
Oh man.
I'm currently not letting too many people in the hospital. Let's step over here and see where all these cruises are.
My car, okay? I'm
Where's your car at?
I'm right here because I didn't know.
Or this one?
Right here.
Sorry, which one? Okay. What's your daughter's name? You're here for your daughter?
Tiara Harris.
Kiara Harris. Say, have me stand right here next to the sign. We'll have someone go over and talk to you, okay? Take a deep breath.
She was fine.
I don't know the names of who they are currently, miss.
Just listen to the cop's
Damn,
tone
bro.
here. He knows just how bad things are looking for Tiara, and he absolutely doesn't want to break that news to her mother yet, especially when he sees just how emotional she's starting to get. Tiara's autopsy showed a single bullet struck her in the head
God,
and
bro.
remains there. While tragic, this information would allow police to identify the exact bullet type and then gun used to shoot Tiara. If they could find the owner of this gun, they would be able to match it to the bullet, and justice could be served for Tiara and her family.
Hey, come here.
They got a bunch of people showing
That's
up.
my son and my nephew.
Okay, well, listen, they can't go in. It's going to be
Y'all go in the car. Go in the car.
They're telling us to wait
I
outside.
know. I'm going in. Go in my car.
The entire family is in distress, with her
Bro.
mom shaking and doing everything she can to stay strong in front of her kids. It's truly a nightmare situation, and it only got worse from there. At around 8:30 p.m., they were informed that Tiara didn't make
man.
it. A bullet to the back of the head had ended her life, sending her family into complete grief and agony.
Bro.
Now police knew that they absolutely
Bro, just imagine how the cop feels, you know, telling not the police, the family, bro, and then just, oh, bro, I would dead ass. Look, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm fucking, like, if I see something sad, bro, hey, I'm gonna start tearing up, bro. That's just how I am, bro. Like, not every time, right? But, like, you know, when it's, like, these type of shit, bro, or, like, I remember watching the Simba movie, or Lion King, bro, and piece of shit killed Simba's dad, bro. I was low-key sad, dude. But
had to
this
catch
is
the
real
people
life,
that
bro,
did
and it's
this to
even worse,
Tiara,
dude.
or risk letting down her and her entire family.
It's even worse, bro.
At this point, police had 6 different suspects on the run, all tied to the
6?
shooting, and they would eventually manage to track down and get
Oh,
interrogations with all of them.
That's crazy, bro.
Their start came in the form of a Facebook post by someone named Jeremiah Williams, described as a member of the BBM gang. Apparently, the post consisted of him bragging about being at the shooting and escaping without getting caught.
Like, how fucking dumb do you gotta be, bro? Real shit, how fucking stupid you gotta be for that, to do that shit, bro. Like, hey, good for the cops, but like, you're fucking dumb, bro. Like, what the fuck?
By using his Facebook profile, they'd find his
Good
address
thing they caught
and
his
pick him
dumb ass,
up for
bro.
interrogation. With Jeremiah also being a supposed gang member, he too would prove to be extremely difficult to break. However, by using expert methods, police would actually get him to break completely, to the point where he actually started to cry.
I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis. Nice to meet you. Alright, so the reason why we had you sitting here talking to us is we need you to think back to April, this incident that happened on Rockaway. Remember this young lady got shot? Remember hearing about that?
Bro, my ears,
Okay, so
man.
during our investigation, your name's been coming up. Do you know about where you were that day, if you can? Or
I was definitely at home.
Apparently, Jeremiah also has an alibi, and even
Indeed,
gives
bro.
multiple names over that'll attest he wasn't on Rockaway that night.
you're at home? Where was that at Amherst?
Amherst. This was right before my mom moved to Louisiana. My best friend Rob talked to her sister, the girl that died. Her sister, Diane or however you say her name. My best friend Rob was like in the kind of little
Dating?
yeah with her sister. It was crazy. We got on Facebook. It was all over Facebook. Her sister had got killed and stuff. And my mom was like, ain't that the girl that came over here the other day? And we like, no, that was her little sister.
Did the little sister reach out to you guys or anything?
We haven't talked to her. I mean, I don't even talk to her at all for real, but
So you were at your house on Amherst.
yeah.
Was there anyone with you that day?
My mom,
What's your mom's name?
my mom's name is April.
However, the detectives know this to be untrue. They know he was at the scene from the Facebook post he made. They know he did it, so they want to get a confession. Or even better, some information that might help put more people in handcuffs. The thing is, they're initially going to find that a lot harder than they'd hope.
I have to ask, do you recognize this car?
Yeah, this was the one that was in that video. That's on Facebook.
So you remember it? Have you ever been in this car? Do you know who drives this car or owns this car?
What? Wait, is he the one? Is he the one that was driving the car, bro?
That's what they call him.
You know, can you describe him?
That's funny because I don't even really know what he looks like.
I mean,
Every time I've seen him with a ski mask on.
Okay.
I've never seen him outside of a ski mask.
Okay. Alright.
That's crazy, bro. Just imagine how much that fucking. Just imagine how much that shit stink, bro.
Yeah, actually right now, I got probation.
Oh my damn
So,
ears,
the
man.
weapons possession charge is all you got?
So, carrying a concealed firearm in a motor vehicle.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Jeremiah is making a conscious attempt to give as little information over as possible while still trying to seem cooperative. He's smart. He doesn't want to completely close himself off, as that'll make him seem guilty, but he also doesn't want to give up any vital information. The cops ask him who was there, where he was sitting in the car, even questions about the guns, but he refuses to speak, and he's starting to seriously frustrate the cops. But all this talk of courts and investigations doesn't seem to be getting them anywhere at all. So instead, they switch gears. They're going to be as direct as possible and give it to him straight. That's their last hope at getting him to crack.
What do your friends call you? Do you have a nickname or anything?
Jim.
We're just getting to know you, man. Obviously, you can see that you're not a bad person. Just the vibes I'm getting. But you're in here talking to us for a reason. And then coming back down to this incident. You being honest with us is what we're gonna work with you. We know that you were there. And we also got your DNA in this car.
Oh
That
damn.
car, I would tell you guys I've been in that car. I don't have no reason to lie or no reason to put myself in any trouble.
Your role in it is the driver, because we know you're the driver. Really what we're looking for is why. You're already being charged with the incident. You explaining your actions and what really went down is just going to help with your role in this. We know you didn't pull the trigger, but you not being honest with what went down is not going to help you. It's going to, the prosecutor and the judge and jury are going to
got a name. It was a nickname, but cops
Zebo.
could eventually tie this back to a man named Zaire Saunders, who would be interrogated later. This
No
was
way,
huge.
bro.
They'd actually gotten a gangster to tell on one of his partners, but they weren't done yet.
That's
They knew
crazy.
He still had more information, and they weren't going to stop putting on the pressure now.
We gotta go back to who was in the car with you. I know you know Zebo. Pa, you say you just know him by Pa. You know his real name? Okay. And the third person, you're saying, how often have you seen him? Would you be able to identify that last person by a picture?
Jeremiah physically looks defeated. He's avoiding eye contact and is hunched over. He likely never saw himself giving up the names of his partners, but that's exactly where he found himself. The cops, however, are over the moon, even managing to get descriptions of the people he doesn't know the names of. They ask a few more questions before leaving him alone for a minute to prepare their next move. However, on their return, they didn't expect to see Jeremiah, a once tough and unbreakable gang member, to cry because of what he'd done.
Well, I mean,
His first name was what? Is this him? Do you want some tissue, babe? I need a verbal yes or no for this.
my bad for the background, bro. My little... Hey,
If this is the first time you've seen a gang member cry, you're certainly not alone. But it actually
Man,
happened
screaming,
again
bruh.
in the detective's very next interrogation. While these cops were busy talking to Jeremiah, a breakthrough had been made outside of the interrogation room. Remember this
What
footage
happened?
recorded by a civilian witness earlier? Well, after 5 days of investigation, they actually managed to track the car down, enabling them to take in another suspect.
Oh,
Antonio
shit.
Whitaker. Police would quickly
He's
realize
a
that
17-year-old,
Antonio
right?
might be even more important than Jeremiah as a suspect. He's a supposed member of the BBM gang, and believed to be one of the suspects that initiated the shootout. The thing is, he's just 17 years old. Since there's still some information even Jeremiah couldn't give them, they figured they might be able to scare him into giving up everything he knows. And their first idea is an unconventional, but possibly extremely effective method. A call home to mom. Antonio doesn't even seem to feel like following his mother's advice. Despite the fact that they know it was his car, he's claiming that someone else was actually driving it that day. And even more unfortunately, he'd forgotten exactly who. Listen to his story and see if you believe it as much as the detectives
bro.
do.
You said you went. You were at home. No, wait. Like the whole day? Someone took your car somehow. Brought your car back. Gave you.
This man is 17 years old, bro. He is not giving a top tier excuse, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Look, bro, it's just facts, bro. It's just facts, bro. He is not giving a good explanation, gang. Real shit, he's not. At all. At all, bro. He's not.
The keys back or whatever, and then so you take your dog, your sister home. That doesn't make sense, man. You know Jordan, John. I'll be honest with you. I mean, what you're getting is not in a good state. It's not even a good lot. That's why it probably ain't even for you to tell the truth.
You see, about an hour after the shooting, Antonio was confirmed to have used his car to pick his sister up from an event, meaning it was clear that he was still in possession of it. But that didn't faze Antonio, and despite how many questions police asked him, he refused to give up anything.
How this works, you already know this from TV, but I mean, it's kind of accurate. We're we're gonna compare your DNA to the DNA in all the shell casings that we collect. We don't see. Is there any reason your DNA is gonna be on there? Because if there is, you gotta explain that. You said no, or I don't know. You got a car with you at all. If you're saying your DNA is not gonna be on those shell casings, okay? And you're saying you weren't driving, who did you let drive your car? Leave. But now it looks like it's on you.
They're trying to force a confession out of him by telling him that if he'd been in physical contact with any of the evidence tied to the murder, they would find out and he would get sentenced. And they're not lying either. When you touch anything at all, you leave behind skin cells, sweat, small hairs, or even oils that can quickly be traced back to you.
Yup.
Meaning, if Antonil had touched the car, the bullets when loading his gun, or anything else related to the murder, police would find out. However, as of now, detectives haven't had the time to run these tests to confirm if his DNA was present, meaning they couldn't pressure him to a confession, and they'd have to wait until later. So in the meantime, they move their attention to the next suspect. Remember the man Jeremiah gave up to the cops back in his interrogation? That was Zaire Saunders. Once they had his name, they tracked him down and arrested him. And he would prove to be even more helpful than Antonil and Jeremiah combined.
What?
Did you know or hear about that young lady got killed?
Yeah.
Did you know her?
No.
We don't think that she was the one meant to be hurt, and based on what we're seeing. But unfortunately, she did get, obviously, her family's hurt. No, when we did that search warrant, we got your phone.
Yes.
Okay. And we downloaded your phone. And your location is putting you on Rockaway that day. Nope. Did. What happened that day?
I shot a pistol. You shot a pistol? Yes.
Oh,
Seems like a
man.
breakthrough. He's just admitted to being a
He
part of the
just-
shooting, and it
he just
seems
gave it
that
up
all
like
the
that, bro.
detectives'
That's
work
crazy.
has just paid off. But they're not quite there yet. Of the 3 shooters, 2 did indeed use pistols, but one of them was actually yielding the extremely dangerous automatic rifle that can be seen clear as day in
That's lit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That he's the one that shot that killed the girl, bro. Cause ain't no pistol going from that range. Ain't no pistol going through a damn, like, I mean, I guess it's aluminum, right? The car, it's not metal or steel. Even though, bro, it's literally gonna get stuck in like the chair, like, you know, the filling of the chair, bro. That shit's not going through with this shit though. That shit's going straight through, bro.
this
It's
footage
going
here.
straight through, bro.
Instead of jumping this fence after the shooting, the man with the rifle fled directly down Rockaway Street, and that's the direction Zaire's phone shows him running. The good news is that clears Zaire of being the man that killed Tiara. After all, she was killed with a very specific pistol round.
Oh, hey, everything I take back, I'll take it back, bro. Hey, I underestimated the pistol, man. I'm not gonna lie, I underestimated the
But
pistol.
that does put him directly in the spotlight of being the man with the most dangerous weapon, and one that is directly lying to the cops right now. And they're not about to let him get away with that.
That video dance. You on camera shooting a rifle.
Is it old that holds, 2 rifle rounds?
I mean, it ain't just. It is big.
Does it have a stock on it? Like something kind of modified, they think?
No idea how much stuff on it. So, describe it then. I mean, no idea, rifle.
That single piece of information resulted in Zaire actually getting the highest sentence out of anybody involved in the case. Just the use of such a dangerous firearm actually
10 years to
increased his
life?
prison time by
Oh
somewhere
my
between
goodness.
10 and 15 years. But he still doesn't know that yet. He's still under the guise that if he helps the detectives out, he might get a better deal. So not only did he tell them where to find the rifle he used, he also gave up one of the most vital pieces of information the cops had received in the entire case.
Don't ever expect the least, bro. You always gotta expect the worst, bro. That ass, you always gotta expect the
told the
worst.
cops the name of the gang that was involved. A huge piece of information that will help them track down every last individual that was part of this attack. Now the detectives have just one more final question that'll hopefully put together the final pieces of the puzzle they're looking for.
You've been extremely helpful throughout this whole interview. You helped yourself out. You gotta ask, whose idea was it? But you got different though, so you got there like that's how they is. Oh, they didn't say it right then and there. They said it on Facebook, but they was like, I knew they was talking about me. They just didn't say it directly to me, but I knew that's what
He just gave up the group chat where all of these shootings
Oh, my.
supposedly were planned.
Hey.
With this, police simply had to
GGs.
cross-reference the names in the group chat
GGs.
with the supposed shooters on the CCTV and the names that had been mentioned in previous interrogations, giving them enough evidence to sentence all 6 of the shooters. But unfortunately, this wasn't the resolution they'd hoped for. After examining all the weapons
What?
confiscated, it would turn out that none of them were a match to the bullet found in Tiara's
What?
head, meaning they still couldn't tie any specific person to the actual murder. However, there is one puzzle piece we haven't told you about yet. The one that would solve this entire case.
Literally the
Watching
first dude that shot the gun, bro.
the CCTV footage, it's clear that there is one man that directly shot at Tiara's vehicle.
What I say, bro? You see? I was not wrong, bro. You know what? I take back everything I said about the pistols, bro. From that range, it is not impaling that damn car, bro. But from there, oh, 100%.
If you follow
100%,
this
bro.
man, dressed in all black, back through the CCTV, you can trace him all the way back to the driver's seat of this black truck. A black truck that, until now, the cops were completely unable to identify. But then, they received one final piece of footage from a witness, allowing them to track it back to the owner,
What?
44-year-old mother, Kia Brown. Police realized they had to interview her, knowing that whoever was driving Kia's black truck that
Wow,
day
bro.
killed Tiara Harris.
Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Good. I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis. Back in police.
Hi.
Hey, we wanted to talk to you or whoever is driving, whoever drives this truck, reference that incident that happened up the street. They were being shot at. We were finally trying to catch up with them. Looked like a couple males. And have you heard about this?
I heard about what happened on the corner. This is my truck, but my son was driving.
It wasn't Kia, but her son driving the car that night. And after running his name, they'd find out he had ties to a rival gang of BBM. So the detectives had Kia call her son and hand over the phone to the officers.
I have some detectives here right now. The day that we were moving in, the incident that happened around the corner.
He dead ass, bro. What the fuck? This man just got there and decided to just get into a game, bro. What the hell?
They would like to speak with you. Do you have a moment? Can you go on break?
How you doing, man? How you doing? Good. I'm Detective Smith. I'm with Detective Davis with me. Hey, what's your name before we get started, bud? Linear. Alright, Linear. How you doing, man? So listen, man, I won't keep too much of your time. We were wondering if we could talk with you and your mom maybe in person at some point, and we wanted to talk to you about the incident that happened up the street. We know you're over there, so we were hoping you could help us, actually. You're not in any trouble. We're actually hoping you could help us. Would there be a good day for you to...
This weekend,
Yeah, Sunday the 8th. Can we do it anytime after 2:30? Okay. Alright, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you at 3:30. Alright, buddy.
3:30.
And just like that, they had an interview scheduled. And this was the final suspect at the scene that they hadn't yet spoken to. The man suspected to be the driver of the black truck and the man they think shot Tiara.
Dad, how you doing? What's up?
I mean, it's gotta be right. Man shot it basically like close range, bro. Mid range at least.
So, just wanted to know your perspective after that day. What'd you see? That type of stuff. You can run us through that day.
I was standing in the driveway on my phone. Then I heard shots. I got down ducks. Then when the shots stopped, I heard it ran to the car.
When the shots started happening, you ran and got in the driver's seat, and then Teen got in your passenger seat. Like, okay.
That was it. Lanier had just told them he was driving the black truck that day, confirming he was the man in all black that drove the truck and hopped in the Chevy. He was the man that fired the bullets. so they decided to ask him up front.
This was
I'm about to ask
2022.
you something, man. I'm about to ask you in front of your parents. I'm sorry, but I gotta ask. Did you shoot that day? Okay.
Even though he said no, police already had all the evidence they needed. The car tied to him, his ties to the rival gang, and finally the video of him shooting at Tiara's car. So they arrested him on the spot and brought him in for interrogation.
So, man, here you go. Am I able to have a little with me right now? What's that? Can I have a little? You can do whatever you want, man. I'm not here to. Okay. Are you saying you want your lawyer? You don't want to talk? Yeah. Okay. Alright.
But in the end, this wouldn't matter, as when they arrested and processed
Literally,
him,
bro.
they managed to confiscate his gun. And after analyzing the forensics of the bullet inside of Tiara and Lenier's gun, it was a match. Lenier had fired the killing shot. After 5 months of investigation,
5
all the
months?
puzzle pieces were finally in place. In total,
Damn.
7 people were charged in this incident. Zaire Saunders was charged with involuntary manslaughter and 4 counts of felonious
Oh
assault
my
and was
God.
sentenced to 35 to 40
Oh,
years. Antonio
damn.
Whitaker and Jeremiah Williams got 20 to 24 years on similar charges, while the 4th assailant in this group, Darion Rackley, got 34 to 40 years. It
Damn.
was confirmed Antonio's DNA was in fact found on various bullet casings on Rockaway Street, despite his claims in the interrogation room. The next 2 to be sentenced were the ones who shot back at Zaire's group after being rolled up on. They were Javier Small and Jonte Smith, who were sentenced to 4 years and 2.5 years respectively. Lastly was
Okay.
Lenier Worthy, Tiara's actual killer. However, as of this video's upload, he's still awaiting sentencing. Tiara and George were not involved in any of the gangs in the shootout and were found completely innocent. At long last, Tiara
What? It's been 2 years, bro. We're going into 3 years. How the fuck is he not charged yet? What the hell?
and her family could finally be at peace.
Alright, bro. That's kind of dumb. I ain't gonna lie, bro. How is he not charged yet? Well, see y'all, bro.